Hello learners, BME 025 Condition Monitoring and Maintenance Management, Video 18, Availability, Maintainability and Overall Equipment Effectiveness, presented by myself, Dr. N. Venkateshwarlu, Professor, School of Engineering and Technology, IGNOU, New Delhi. Modular design or modularization. So in the previous videos we have discussed concept of series and parallel systems of reliability, which have raised the scope for modular design concept. The modular design concept gives us a range of choice in choosing a product. Suppose for a personal computer, 2 types of keyboards, 3 types of printers, 3 types of scanners and 3 video monitors are available. All these are compatible to the personal computer. Then we can have 2 into 3 into 3 into 3, that is equal to 54 varieties to choose from. So there are 54 varieties we can choose. So thus modular design helps in creating a product in more variety through various combinations of its subsystems. The design of various modules, once stabilized or standardized, its production method and process are standardized. Advantages of modular design. The modular design concept offers following additional benefits. During usage, problems are easier to diagnose, modules are easier to service, production efficiency increases, easy transferability and adaptability. Replacement of components is made easy because of availability, and compatibility of the components is simplified due to interchangeability. More variety to satisfy different tastes of different customers. Production cost reduces. Increases the competitive spirit in the manufacturers or vendors of the components, and thus increases the quality and reliability of the parts. Materials planning and inventory control can be simplified, especially in finished goods inventory. Then redundancy. This is the technique by utilizing 2 parallel elements to reduce the probability of failure, that is reliability is equal to 1 minus f square for 2 parallel elements. Group redundancy. In group redundancy, each channel of elements which perform a function is provided with a duplication channel. Thus, that is, we have a normal channel and a standby or a redundant channel. One is standby, or you can say that redundant channel. Example 9.5, 2 group systems R1, R2 have reliability 0.5 and 0.8 respectively. Determine the reliability under the following arrangements. So R1 and R2 are cascaded. R1 and R2 are cascaded and only R1 is redundant. R1 and R2 are cascaded and only R2 is redundant. R1 and R3 are cascaded but are redundant. R1 and R2 are cascaded, and cascaded combination, say R3, has group redundancy. So these are the 4 conditions. Solution. Given that reliability R1 is equal to 0.5 and reliability R2 is equal to 0.8, then case 1, here R1 and R2 are cascaded. The reliability of the configuration, that is equal to R1 and R2, that is equal to 0.8 and 0.5, that is equal to 0.4, the overall reliability. So then in the case 2, R1 and R2 are cascaded and only R1 is redundant. Therefore, the reliability of R2 is equal to 0.8 and reliability of redundant is equal to R1 is equal to 1 minus f square, that is equal to 1 minus 0.5 into 0.5, that is equal to 0.75. Thus, the reliability of cascaded combination, that is equal to 0.8 into 0.75, that is equal to 0.6. Then in case 3, R1 and R2 are cascaded and only R2 is redundant. So here R1 is, there is no change, R1 is equal to 0.5, and then R2 is equal to 1 minus F square, that is equal to, because that is redundant. So then 1 minus 0.8 into 0.8, that is equal to 0.36. The reliability of cascaded combination reliability is equal to 0.5 into 0.36, that is equal to 0.180. So in the case 4, R1 and R2 are cascaded and both are redundant. So for both the reliabilities we have to find out the redundant reliability, that is equal to R1 is equal to 1 minus 0.2 into 0.2, that is equal to 0.96 here. That is, reliability of the whole system is equal to 0.75 into 0.96, that is equal to 0.72. Then in this case 5, R1 and R2 are cascaded and the cascaded system say R3 has group redundancy. Then reliability of cascaded combination of R1 and R2, that is equal to 0.8 into 0.5, that is equal to 0.4. So reliability of group redundancy, that is equal to 1 minus of 1 minus 0.4 whole square, that is equal to 1 minus 0.6 into 0.6, that is equal to 0.64. So this is the reliability of the group redundancy. Now distinction between the quality and reliability. Quality of a product is the degree of conformance to a set or a specified standard for it. Quality can be for efficiency, accuracy of the dimensions, accuracy of the surface finish, aesthetic standards, etc. For example, a component is specified with a dimension of say 10.0 plus or minus 0.2. The component is manufactured and the dimension is then measured. If the actual dimension lies between 9.8 and 10.2, it is said that the component is of good quality. So this is the quality dimension, quality definition. Then suppose you want a surface to be very smooth or 1 micron roughness value. If the surface generated is not very smooth, that is, it does not conform to the specified or desired degree, it is said to have poor quality. On the contrary, if your requirements are a rough surface, then a component of rough surface is said to be of good quality. In the simple words, reliability is able to be trusted or trustworthiness, particularly in functioning of a system. Reliability can be defined in different ways in different contexts. A few examples are given below. In the context of equipment health, reliability of an equipment is the ability to function against failure. Or in the context of production, reliability of a machine is the ability to produce continuously good items. Or in the context of measurement, inspection and quality control, the reliability of measuring device is the ability to measure dimensions with equal accuracy or precision. So definitions and terms used in reliability calculations. Reliability is defined as probability that a product, a component, equipment or a system will perform its intended function for a specific period of time or lifetime under specified operating conditions, or sum total or reliabilities of all components in prescribed operating conditions. Or it is also equal to 1 minus probability of failure, that is equal to RT is equal to 1 minus FT. Time to repair, TTR, it is the time taken to restore the equipment to effective working conditions. Or mean time to repair, that is MTTR, it is the time required to locate a failure and to repair or to restore the condition of the equipment. So it is the time taken to repair the any machine. So times between failures, the time difference between the one failure to next failure, that is known as a time between failure. Then mean time between failures, it is the mean of the time interval between consecutive failures of equipment. Therefore, that is mean time between failure MTBF is equal to total operating time by number of failures. Time to fail TTF are the total failure of the machine, that is the time taken after failure to working. And then mean time to fail, so it is the expected value of mean time to failure, which is expressed as MTTF, that is mean time to failure, that is equal to integral RT dt, where RT is the reliability function on T. So time between maintenance TBM, it is the time gap between the consecutive maintenances, may be planned or unplanned. Mean time between maintenance, that is MTBM, it is the average of all the durations between end of one maintenance to the start of next, may it be planned or unplanned. In other words, it is the average time that the equipment is utilized for the operation. So failure rate, it is the number of failure per unit time. Therefore, failure rate lambda is equal to 1 minus MTBF. Probability of failure or unreliability, the probability of failing is equal to 1 minus the reliability of a system. So it is also called the probability of not functioning or unreliability, that is equal to probability of failure Ft is equal to n into t small t by big T, that is equal to 1 minus reliability of the system, or it can be denoted as 1 minus e to the power of minus nt by t, where n is equal to number of elements in a system and t is equal to cumulative operating time and big T is equal to MTBF, that is mean time between failures. So reliability improvement factor, we have to find out the reliability improvement factor. It is the ratio of probability of failure of a system to that of improved system, that is RIF is equal to reliability improvement factor is equal to probability of failure before improvement divided by probability of failure after improvement, that is the reliability improvement factor. Then maintainability. Maintainability is defined as the ease with which the machine can be put into operation. It is a factor of design. Operating time, it is the time during which system is operating in a manner acceptable to the operator. Then downtime, so it is the total time during which the system is not in acceptable operating condition. Downtime can further be subdivided into a number of categories. Actual repair time is that portion of downtime during which one or more technicians are working on the system to effect a repair. This time includes preparation time, fault location time, fault correction time and checkout for the system. Logistic time, it is that portion of downtime during which repair is delayed slowly because it is necessary to wait for manpower and or for replacement part or subdivisions of the system. Administrative time, it is that portion of downtime not included under active repair time and logistic time. This include both necessary administrative activities and unnecessary wasted time. So problem calculations. Example, first you take an example. The cumulative operating time is found to be 100 hours in a system consisting of 100 components each having MTBF of 10,000 hours. Find the reliability of the system. So here the number of components n is given, that is equal to 100, and cumulative operating time is also given, that is 100 hours, and mean time between failure also given, that is big T, that is equal to 10,000. So we know that the probability of failure Ft is equal to 1 minus reliability of the system, that is equal to 1 minus e to the power of minus nt into divided by t, that is equal to, therefore reliability of the system 1 minus Ft is equal to e to the power of minus nt by t, that is equal to 1 minus e to the power of 100 plus 100 by divided by 10,000, that is equal to 0.905. So example 9.7, the reliability of the system is estimated at 0.8. On application of condition monitoring techniques, the reliability of a system is found to be improved to 0.9. Find the reliability improvement factor RIF and give your comments on its probability of failure. Solution: the probability of failure before application of condition monitoring technique, say F1, that is equal to 1 minus 0.8, that is equal to 0.2. The probability of failure after application of condition monitoring technique, say F2, is that is equal to 1 minus 0.9, that is equal to 0.1. The reliability improvement factor RIF, that is equal to final probability before applying CM technique divided by fail probability after applying condition monitoring. So that is equal to F1 by F2, that is equal to 0.2 by 0.1, that is equal to 2. So this is the reliability improvement factor RIF, that is equal to how much reliability it has improved, that is 2. So then availability, the capacity of a system to perform its intended function when called upon to do so is often referred to as availability of operational readiness. In the simplest two-state case, where equipment or system is either working at full capacity or not working, the availability is commonly defined as the probability of the system operating satisfactorily and is represented as availability is equal to total uptime divided by total uptime plus downtime. So that is known as the availability. Mathematically, it can be expressed as the ratio of mean time between failures to the total available time of the system. Therefore, availability is equal to MTBF by MTBF plus MTTR, that is mean time between failure divided by mean time between failure plus mean time to repair. So classification of availability. There are three forms available based on the classification of downtime, that is working time, standby time and lost time in routine preventive maintenance. So intrinsic availability. This is the probability that system is operating satisfactorily at any point of time when under stated conditions, where the time considered is operating time and active repair time. Then design accuracy. It is the probability that the system will successfully accomplish its mission given the system is operating within design specifications. That is equal to AI is equal to operating time divided by operating time plus actual time, or also shown it as MTBF by MTBF plus MTTR. So then achieved availability, that is it is inclusive version of the inherent availability and includes factors influencing the availability of a system which are directly related with the designed maintainability and reliability characteristics of the system. So this includes corrective and preventive maintenance and the mean maintenance time, the administrative or supply delay times are not included as downtime for the calculation of the availability. So then here AA is equal to mean time between maintenance divided by total elapsed time exclusive of administrative and logistics delays. So operational availability AO. So it differs from the achieved availability in the sense that in case of operational availability, as the total operational time, the total downtime including administrative delays is also taken into account. Factors affecting availability and reliability. Availability and hence reliability is affected by many aspects. However, the following are the more open registered factors that affect the reliability of the equipment. So hence attention should be taken on these make the system reliable. Design, material, manufacturing method, complexity of the product, working environment, testing and inspection, maintenance policies, large number of components with many subsystems. Example, suppose a complex electronic system consisting of electronic gadgets has mean time between failure is equal to 100 hours and mean time to repair is of 120 minutes. Find the availability of the system. So that is given here the solution. Given MTBF is equal to 100 hours and MTTR is equal to 120 minutes, that is equal to 2 hours. So we have to convert into either into hours or into minutes. So now we have converted to hours. Then availability is equal to mean time between failures divided by mean time between failure plus mean time to repair, that is equal to 100 by 100 plus 2, that is equal to 100 by 102, that is equal to 0.9804. So 98% availability is there in the system. So that is the availability calculations. So comment, if the reliability of the system is increased from 80% to 90%, the probability of failure is reduced to half. Consequently, the system has become twice reliable after application of condition monitoring techniques as compared to initial situation. So this is the advantage of a maintenance management system or condition monitoring system. So now example 9.9. So as an old electronic system consists of 5 vacuum tubes whose MTBF is 10,000 hours. Now when the system is fitted with 20 integrated chips, the MTBF increased to 80,000 hours. Find the effect of ICs on reliability of the system. If the transistors are used instead of ICs, we require 40 transistors. Evaluate if the transistors can be used. So solution. So you can see that the probability of failure in initial condition with vacuum tubes, that is equal to P is equal to N1 into small t by big T. So that is equal to 5 into N1 is given how many? 5. So that is equal to 5 into T by 10,000. So that is equal to T by 2000. This is for the first system. Then the probability of the failure which ICs, that is equal to P2 is equal to P2. So P2 is equal to N2 T by T2, that is equal to 20 T by 80,000, that is equal to T by 4,000. So the reliability improvement factor is equal to, that is equal to P1 by P2, that is equal to T by 2000 divided by T by 4000, that is equal to 2. What will be the reliability improvement factor? It is 2. So with application of ICs, the reliability of the system has improved because the probability of failure has reduced. Hence it is better to use ICs. The probability of failure with 40 transistors. Again, the transistors instead of ICs, if we keep 40 transistors, what will be the probability? So the probability is equal to N1 into T by T3, that N3 into T by T3, that is equal to 40 into T by 80,000, that is equal to T by 2000. So then reliability improvement factor is equal to P1 by P2, that is equal to T by 2000 divided by T by 2000, that is equal to 1. So the reliability factor is 1 only. Thus we observe that with increase in number of transistors, that is elements in general, the reliability of the system has reduced. Hence the number of parts or components should be as less as possible for higher reliability. So if we want higher reliability, so we have to keep number of components to the minimum one. So minimum components one machine has to be contained, then only its reliability will be increased. So conclusions. Learners, I hope you understood about reliability of the system, solving reliability problems in the series system, parallel system and combined system, maintainability of the system, availability of the system, improving the reliability, maintainability and availability of the system. Learners, I hope you understood. With this I conclude here. Thank you.